And from an early age and stage of his NBA career, it became evident that LeBron James was an absolute freak athlete, something which has remained the case to this very day, as his size and athleticism, coupled with his durability and passing ability, has made him one of the all-time greats. But to call him an all-time great scorer is a crime against the sport of basketball. And
what? Nah, see, he's bugging. So you telling me the all-time leading scorer is not an all-time great scorer? Are you fucking stupid? Nah, for real. Are you dumb? That don't make sense. That don't make sense, bro. I'm sorry. Like, what? Come on, bro. Come on. Yeah, I see the title, man. Let's get to it.
38,387 career points. The pinnacle of NBA scoring for nearly 35 years since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar retired following the 1989 season. But that all changed on February 7th, 2023, when LeBron James eclipsed that mark to become the NBA's all-time scoring leader. But does that accomplishment make him the NBA's greatest scorer? Certainly not when talking about skill, scoring diversity, and overall ability in terms of shooting, ball handling, footwork. Of course, we are talking about a player's bag. And when evaluating
in terms of skill, we know Bron is not the most skilled scorer. You know, he's definitely not. But he's just so it's so hard to stop him. You know, it's so hard to stop what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying?
LeBron James, he has a pretty undeniably limited one. But against all odds, LeBron James has still managed to become the NBA's all-time scoring king, even in the face of his minuscule to non-existent skill set. This is a story of perseverance, determination.
See, he's a little dragging it though, because although Bron's bag is very limited, as he's saying, you know what I'm saying, there's other NBA players that have limited bags as well that are very great scorers. You know, you can have a limited bag and still be a great scorer. You know what I'm saying? Like, people say Mike don't have a bag because he don't get fancy with it. He don't do all this crazy. That's still a bag. He's still, you know what I'm saying? With the little shimmy fadeaway, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
And one
bags come different. That might be, you know what I'm saying? Some people got a hefty garbage bag. Some people got a little, you know what I'm saying, Walmart plastic bag. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
Since he realistically can't do anything.
Different type of bags, man.
The Bagless
some shit's
one,
deeper.
the LeBron James
is bigger.
Story.
Is that?
And we have seen a never-ending display of elite skill sets throughout NBA history, which seem to get progressively more and more absurd as the years have gone on. While you know the look of a huge bag when you see one, typified by a dazzling array of elite shot-taking and making abilities, endless range, and a series of sick handles, how does one actually quantify or define a bag? As with most things in sports, it will require the proper context. And from an early age and stage of his NBA career, it became evident that LeBron James was an absolute freak athlete, something which has remained the case to this very day, as his size and athleticism, coupled with his durability and passing ability, has made him one of the all-time greats. But to call him an all-time great scorer is a crime against the sport of basketball. And
what? Nah, see, he's bugging. So you telling me the all-time leading scorer is not an all-time great scorer? Are you fucking stupid? Nah, for real. Are you dumb? That don't make sense. That don't make sense, bro. I'm sorry. Like, what? Come on, bro. Come on. I try to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be cool. But bro, what?
He was a limited scorer, as in his first NBA season.
He's an all-time great scorer. Get it out of here. You can't get to the top. You can't. There's no way you get to the top. You know what I'm saying? You get to the top. You know, of every all-time great scorer, you pass them, by the way, you know what I'm saying? But you're not all-time. Get the fuck out of here. Like, come on, bro. That don't make sense. You can't hit with that. You can't hit with that.
Season. He shot just 307 of 925.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all-time great scorer, him not being that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I understand the bag is definitely, he gets a lot of his buckets at the paint. But that's scoring the basketball, you know? If you want to say he's not an all-time great shooter, of course not. You know what I'm saying? He can't shoot the ball. He can't shoot the ball too well, of course not. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But to say he's not an all-time great scorer, Come on, bro.
outside of 5
Be real
feet
with
from
yourself.
the basket. Good for roughly 33%.
Be real with
and
yourself,
for virtually all of LeBron's first stint with the Cleveland Cavaliers, spanning 7 seasons of his career, the vast majority of LeBron's points came on dunks, layups, or free throws, which is why when the pace of play
That don't be nothing. That don't be nothing. He scored the basketball. A point is a point. A bucket is a bucket. You're like, oh, yo, what? He's acting like, bro, you want to see him shoot a whole bunch of threes and shit, gang? You acting like one of the young kids now, man. Come on. That's brutal. That's force. That's strength. You know what I'm saying? That's grittiness. Come on, bro. He tried. Skype made me tight this video, bro. What are you talking about right now?
A defense
what are you talking about?
To clogging the basket and
got me sweating this shit and all that. Like,
James struggled. This was particularly apparent when James came up against the Spurs in the 2007 NBA Finals and shot just 36% from the field for that series. The Celtics in the
that's his 4th year in the NBA. He probably wasn't an all-time great scorer then. But we're talking now as a whole, he is an all-time great scorer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny how you're trying to use his 4th year in the NBA to justify how he's not an all-time great scorer when just now, this year, he passed the leading all-time scorer. So, like, you can't use that, bro. You can't use that.
Eastern Conference
you can't use that.
Finals when he shot again.
It don't make sense.
Only 36%.
Don't make sense.
Shot 44% against those same Celtics in 2010. In fact, during his first 7 seasons in Cleveland, James shot just 47.5% overall from the field and only 45% during the playoffs over that same span of time. Less easy baskets for LeBron meant much less efficient scoring. As for the first 7 years in Cleveland, he made 2,863 of his 4,210 shots from 5 feet and in to the basket, good for 68% field goal percentage, whereas he shot just under 36% from anywhere beyond 5 feet from the basket. But once LeBron took his talents to South Beach to build his first super team, his shooting percentages have gone up markedly, as from the 2011 season, his first in Miami, spanning all the way to the 2023 season, this most recent one, James is shooting nearly 52.5% from the field during that time. That is a 5% increase from his first 7 seasons with the.
That could be due to a lot of different things. There's a lot of factors that you could, you know what I'm saying, include in that. Him having better players around him, you know what I'm saying? The defense just letting up a little more, because in the 2000s it was a little more hectic. You know, I'm pretty sure than in the 2011s, 2012, 2013. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
Cavaliers.
Shit like
this
that.
Must just be because LeBron has been improving his game and getting better at his craft. Well, actually, it just means LeBron has had to systematically surround himself.
Bro, come on, that's another thing as well. My fault, because I forgot to mention that. That is another thing as well. You got to stop acting like the all-time greats are not working on their game. Come on now, you don't get to that level and not work on your game, bro. That's crazy. Just stop.
With the
just
perfect
stop.
assortment of players, in order to space the floor to a point, defenses were incapable of clogging the lane. This ensured LeBron the ability to take more easy shots from 5 feet and in.
Yo, this is a crazy take right here. He's really trying to discredit. He's really trying to discredit all the buckets. All the buckets, though. Come on, bro.
To the basket. For his 20-year career, LeBron James has attempted 11,287 of his 28,044 shots from within 5 feet of the basket, which is just about 40% of his total.
Wait, so these are easy shots? I should have been paying attention. What makes it an easy shot? An easy shot is when it's close? Is that what he's saying? Or an easy shot is when he's on his super teams, I guess you could say. Like, what?
Total shot attempts on those set shots. He has a field goal percentage of nearly 70%.
This is crazy. And if y'all say he is not hating right here, you can, like, come on, bro. Come on. He's going to the furthest extent to not try to discredit the all-time leading scorer. You know, even going as far to say he's not an all-time great scorer, but he's just leading the whole NBA history in scoring. My fault. Like, that don't make sense, bro. It really don't make sense to me, bro.
While he has
can't get
made
with that.
just over
Can't get with
37%
that.
of all of his shots throughout his 20-year career outside of 5 feet. Yet, we are perpetually inundated with fairy tales about the alleged efficiency of LeBron James due to his career nearly 51% shooting percentage. But DeAndre,
He still shoots 51%. You're proving the point that, but like, despite all the bad jump shots, he can't really shoot the ball too well. He is still a great scorer, my brother. So, like, you just did, like, you're contradicting yourself, bro. What are you talking about? Like, this shit is crazy.
Jordan has the highest career
This
shooting
is crazy,
percentage
man. Y'all
in
eat
NBA
this shit up like it's
at
what?
67.5%.
It's disgusting.
And he also has the highest effective field goal percentage, while Rudy Gobert has the highest
But
true
guess
shooting
what? They do not lead the NBA all time in scoring. That's the difference. You know? There's a big difference. They don't lead the NBA all time. Every player, every player in history that you love, Bron has more points than them. That's the difference. That's why he's an all-time great scorer, bro. Come on.
percentage in NBA history. All the while, the
shit is crazy.
alleged greatest shooter ever,
This shit is crazy.
Steph Curry, is not in the top 5 in any of those metrics. Obviously, though, those other guys are primarily shooting dunks and layups, while Steph Curry is operating 25 to 30 feet away from the basket. But for some reason, the context of LeBron James and his lack of shooting ability and scoring prowess is never factored in.
Lack of scoring? You lack of scoring prowess? He leads the fucking... Yo, bro. Are you not... Like, catch on, bro. Because how does he lack any scoring? He can't lack scoring. He can't. You know? Like, it doesn't make sense that he lacks scoring. It doesn't. Because if he lacks scoring, that means every all-time great ever lacks scoring, then, nigga. What are you talking about? This guy's a doofus, bro. He's blowing minds. Like, this is gonna be tight now. Because, like, what do y'all... Like, what?
Scoring limit.
What's going on here?
Being the all-time leading scorer in NBA history does not necessarily make one a great scorer. It means...
I think it do. I think it does. Yo, bro, it just doesn't make sense to me how you can outscore all these great scorers, all-time great scorers. You can outscore all of them, but you're not an all-time great scorer. So at one point does he get to prove that he's an all-time great scorer? By just shooting the basketball? Because I would think that would be proving that he's a good shooter. Like, the point that he's making doesn't make sense, bro. It doesn't.
You have had the
It doesn't.
durability and longevity.
He said he's not an all-time great scorer because he cannot shoot the ball.
Thresholds. Karl Malone
What?
retired following the 2003
That would be like saying Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is not an all-time great scorer because he cannot score the ball. I mean, because he cannot shoot the ball. I'm sorry. And he was leading the NBA in all-time before LeBron. So you trying to say Kareem wasn't an all-time great scorer too? Because he didn't shoot the ball, he couldn't shoot the ball?
2004 NBA
Ridiculous.
season. And for nearly 20 years, he was the second leading scorer in NBA history. He currently still sits number 3 on the all-time list, above players like Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, and Kobe Bryant. Has Karl Malone ever been discussed or regarded as one of the greatest scorers in NBA history? No more so
Karl Malone
than
is not
DeAndre
broad.
Jordan or Rudy Gobert.
Karl Malone
are
is not
thought of
broad.
as basketball's greatest shooters. LeBron
There's a
James
difference.
has led the league in scoring just
There's a
once
difference.
in his 20-year career, while he's led the league just once in
In his career, though, he averages 3 less points than Michael Jordan. In his career averages, he averages 3 less points than Michael Jordan. I'll say that's pretty great, in my opinion. For 20 years straight, averaging 27.1, whatever he averages, that's pretty great. What you talking about, bro?
total points scored during that time.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
He isn't top 5 in most career 40, 50, or 60-point games. He is literally dwarfed by Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, and Kobe Bryant in all 3 of those categories, despite playing more.
Who else? Because at this point, that was looking like he's top 4. I'm pretty sure that's all-time great. Fuck is you talking about? Like, this guy's a dickhead, bro. He's a dickhead. Now I'm getting mad, bro. Now I'm getting mad because what are you talking about
more
now?
games than all three of them. In addition to his
These are the best scores of all time. The best scores of all time. You know what I'm saying? And I bet you these are the only players that he could put ahead of him. I bet you. So how is Bron not an all-time great scorer? Because I promise you, if there was more players he could have put ahead of Bron right here, he would have done it. Yo, this is ridiculous.
Despite playing more games,
like I just don't understand how people don't see that this is biased as hell. What the hell?
Outside of 5 feet from the basket, LeBron James is also the NBA's.
I'm not even LeBron merchant like this neither, bro.
Nearly
I just don't like
the second place.
Not like this is crazy.
While
Straight
LeBron
bias
has displayed an unworldly
How
amount.
can you call someone that leads the NBA all time in points not an all-time great scorer, bro? Let me know in the comments what y'all think. I'm probably gonna be some of y'all if y'all. You know what I'm saying I don't understand. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Usually I try to understand people's. You know what I'm saying your side, but I can't understand this. I can't. What do you got going on? You lying to yourself at this point, saying LeBron's not an all-time great scorer. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. He might not be. If you want to argue he's not top 5, alright, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Definitely top 10. Definitely top 10, and that's all-time great. You know what I'm saying? Like, what rank is not an all-time great scorer anymore? If he's past 25? So you saying LeBron's not a top 25 scorer of all time? Like, bro, come on. Be for real now. That's why I'm ending right here, though, bro. Scat, you gotta do better, my brother. You gotta do better. This was pathetic. Pathetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, how? Like, oh my God. I'm gonna just get it out of here. Click on the last joint. Share the video with your peoples. Turn on post notifications. I'm gone, man. Wow.